What is up? Good morning from 3 a.m. here on the East Coast. Grandstand bettors with you, USA and Portugal. Welcome in, friends and friends of the channel. Glad you could be here. It's a must-win, quite honestly, for Team USA this morning or afternoon there in New Zealand. We are at Eden Park in New Zealand. And if you're coming in, smash that like button. If you're staying up for a 3 a.m. on the East Coast or midnight match here on the West Coast between Portugal and the United States. Couple lineup changes for the United States. The teams are on the field. National anthems are going on right now. Just want to make you aware of the two changes. We do have Lavelle starting from the beginning. Finally, we get to see it. She doesn't come in the 60th minute. We get to see her come in, here from the beginning. But it does take somebody out, and that is DeMello. She hasn't done too much, so I'm not really surprised that she's out. But the biggest change, and I think what we've been waiting for, is up top. Williams comes in. She'll be there to start off. Again, Rapinoe's on the bench. I assume we'll see her, come in later. But Rodman's the one that got kicked out. So I actually was very impressed with Rodman here in the first two games. I thought her physicality and her play really led to quite a bit of chances for the United States. A little surprised that she's out, but I understand, Williams is a good player there up top. I kind of maybe would have not minded actually seeing Morgan come out and left Rodman in there. Morgan really hasn't impressed me in the World Cup. She hasn't done too much. She had one flick on against the Vietnamese in that first match. But other than that, not impressive. So we'll see how this plays out, though I'm sure there'll be lots of changes. I also have the Vietnam-Netherlands game on my second TV here, and I got it on the screen there. We got to keep an eye. We are in first at the moment, which would have us finish in Group E at the top, and we would then play, I believe it's Group G. If we're first place, we play second place in Group G. If we're second place, we play first place in Group G. So, Netherlands are going to have to beat Vietnam by more than 2 goals, and then we would have to draw for us to take the second spot. So, we'll see what happens. If you're coming in, hit that like button for me. Let's get up to 10 likes. It is 3 a.m. Took a little cat nap, but I am awake and ready to go here in just a couple moments. Let me know in the chat where you guys are watching from. Hope you guys are on Team USA. But hey, listen, if you're in on Portugal, hey, welcome on in. Hey, good luck to you. You're a tough squad. I am not saying this is going to be an easy win in the least bit, but it is an easier match per se than the Netherlands. Netherlands came out, punched us right in the gut. We went one down early on, but then a nice header off a corner, which I've been talking about all World Cup long with our team, is we were going to score from a header. We finally do, and we get that draw 1-1. Quite honestly, we had a couple chances there to probably nick a win and solidify us as the number 1 spot there in Group E. But hey, why not have some 3 a.m. drama here in the final group stage match? So, Horn exchanging the flags with the Portugal team, and we are just about to get underway. Let's go. Let's go. Eden Park, it is packed there in New Zealand. Actually, a night game. Sorry, it is a night game there. I think like 7:30, if I'm not mistaken, their time. So the wife's asleep. I'm going to try not to wake her up. I probably already have, quite honestly. So, lineups on Portugal's side: Pereira, Borges, Costa, Gomez, Pinto, Silva, Norton, Amado, Nazareth, and then Silva and Silva up top there for the Portuguese team. On our side, again, from the back, you got Nair, Fox, Germa, Ertz, Dunn, Sullivan, Lavelle, Smith, Morgan, and Williams now in the lineup. We're kind of playing a 4-1-2-3. I like to call it a 4-3-3, really. It's just a diamond formation there in the middle with Horn, Sullivan, and Lavelle. We'll see if Lavelle can create some chances early. I think that's probably why the change happened. Looks like Vietnam and the Netherlands just about to kick off. We might be a couple moments behind them, which, who knows, could add for some extra drama here as we get into the 90th minute. They are underway there. Vietnam and Netherlands, you would expect that the Netherlands could probably score 3 and at least win 3-0 in that, if not more. So I think the USA have to come out here and they got to score some goals and just make this. They do not want to finish in that second position. If they do, I believe that puts them on road to face Spain in the possible quarterfinals. So here we go. Just about to get underway here from Eden Park. United States women's national team versus Portugal. Must win to take the top, and they got to win by at least a couple goals to at least have that goal differential. And we're underway. We are underway here, and it is going to be the United States who control possession right off the bat. So welcome in, friends. We are underway at Eden Park. Let's go. And right off the bat, a corner into the box. And that is going to be flicked away by the Portuguese defense. But right off the bat, United States looking to get on the attack very early here. Sullivan was the one who crossed that into Horan, and she just can't put it away. So love the aggressiveness right off the bat here for the United States. Free kick coming up after a foul, I believe, by Sullivan for the Portuguese team. Let's go. If you guys are coming in, let me know where you're watching from. Good to see everybody on this Tuesday early morning. We'll see if we can't get a win and figure out who we're playing next in group stage play. It'll either be a 10 p.m. game on Saturday or it will be a 5 a.m. game on Sunday. Either way, I'll be back for either of those. So, early moments. United States, Portugal. Keeping an eye on Netherlands and the Vietnamese there as well. A lot of midfield play at the moment. Teams feeling each other out. But Portugal here with an attack, they're going to go down the right-hand side. They don't really have numbers. They're outnumbered defensively about 6-3 here. But some support does come in. Good passing by the Portuguese team. Up, and there's the turnover. Just as I say that, Crystal Dunn gets that forward. And Horan is going to clear that out of some danger. And we'll be back into the midfield. Although Portugal takes over here and wants to go on the attack again. They'll use the middle of the field. Switches it over to the right-hand side. Chested down by the right winger. Crossed into the box. And good defense there. 2 on the ball and headed away by Crystal Dunn. And now U.S. looks to counter. Plenty of space there on the right-hand side if they want to take it. Nope, they're going to bring it back and they'll set up their offense. Working back to front. Crystal Dunn on the left-hand side, though. She's got some room. Passes up. That is to Sophia Smith on the right. She goes into the middle, and a horrible pass to Lavelle. But Lavelle, on a heavy touch by the defender, gets it, keeps possession for the United States. No Portuguese, Stewie Griffin. What's up, Billy? I love that, man. Oh, and that's going to be a corner kick as they got something going. What's up, Billy? I love him. First off, being a huge family guy, that is great. That is great. If you guys are coming in, welcome in. Happy to see y'all. No Portuguese. Best quote of the day. Smash that like button if you're coming in. We got a corner kick coming here to the United States. First of the match. Horn right in the middle there. She can head that. Ertz is a target there. And I believe we are going to see, is Lavelle going to take this? Usually Sullivan's been taking this in the first half because Lavelle has not been in the game, but it does look like Lavelle's going to be over the ball here. On your screen, right to left is the corner coming in. It's an in-swinger, and it is short post. Oh, but a nice header flick on is saved there by the goaltender Pereira, and we are going to get Pereira going to kick this out to the midfield. Nice flick on. Just nobody there. Morgan was the closest, but nothing going. So just into the 5th minute, and it looks like both teams have had a couple of opportunities to get the ball in the box. Portugal's in possession at the moment, and they turn it over right away. That is going to be the key to the game, in my opinion. It's going to be what we do here in the midfield. That one is taken on the right-hand side, and we're going to drop it back to Ertz, who's going to start things up. Ooh, a nice turn there by Sullivan. Oh, looking for Morgan with a through pass. Just couldn't get it through the one defender, or that would have been a lone one-on-one with the goalie with Morgan. Ertz controls now near midfield again. Taken down the left side by Crystal Dunn. Dunn works it back to Gurma. Gurma all the way into the 18 on the left-hand side. Just not good. Horan, she thought she had somebody making a run down the side. She didn't, and it is out of bounds and a throw-in for Portugal. Let's go. Come on, United States, they got to put, I'm not sure Netherlands doesn't win at least 3-0 versus Vietnam. We'll see. They played us tough, but we won 3-0. So I would expect them to be able to do the same. If we don't score some goals, we're flirting with the second spot here in Group E. Bad turnover by the States again in their offensive third. But it is kicked out and a throw-in deep in the Portugal area of the field. Let's go. If you guys are coming in, smash that like button for me. Say hello in the chat. It's 3 a.m., man. We got to keep each other up. I'm working on, 45 minutes of a cat nap here. Cross into the box. Morgan gets a toe on it, and it's about 45 feet wide to the left. I'm not sure what she was trying to do there, but it would have probably been better for her to bring that down and look for maybe one of her teammates instead of just trying to take that left foot. She was nowhere near the goal. But a fan does get a nice souvenir for the moment. Morgan in the box again, quickly off the goal kick, and it is turned over by Morgan, and Portugal is in a little bit of pressure here. Nice job of the United States putting some high pressure on early. Portugal really having to work to get this ball cleared to midfield, and they end up turning the ball over, and it's going to be a throw-in for the United States. I like the high pressure the United States are bringing early to Portugal there in their defensive third. Portugal finally does get this out to midfield, but everywhere they are, they're double, triple teamed by the United States girls, or women, if you will, and unfortunately, Sullivan picks up a foul, and it will be a free kick to Portugal on our half of the field. Yeah, late tackle there by Sullivan. Easy call. No card, though. Just a late tackle. So Portugal's going to move some women up near the 18 box. This is about 46 yards away from goal. But they do have 6 or 7 up near the 18. They work it down the right-hand side, and that's not a bad ball at all. It's going to be in the corner. Portuguese double team, though, and they kick it out. Portugal just having a hard time being able to dribble and get out of the pressure that the United States are bringing. Meanwhile, the Netherlands, if you're just wondering, did put in a goal. They are up 1-0. So at the moment, they are winning Group E. So the Netherlands are winning Group E at the moment, having 3 points technically secured with us drawing. So not good news for the United States, as it looked pretty easy for the Netherlands there in the first 8 minutes to put a goal in versus Vietnam. Portugal here has a nice flick on into the 18 shot. Oh, just about 10 or 15 yards over the goal. A great job of passing there, and not a horrible shot by Norton. She just couldn't stay down on it at the top of the 18 and puts it about 10 or 15 feet over goal. No real danger there by Nair, for Nair. So Nair kicks it for a goal kick, and is that a foul? No, it's just going to be a throw in for Portugal. I think I'm pretty sure Alex Morgan tried to just get an Oscar by trying to get a foul there. Yeah, Barry, what's up, man? How you doing? Yeah, 1-0. It's quick. 7 points to 5 is your live standings there here in Group E. Thanks for the updates, bud. Keep them coming. So, Portugal is I'm a little surprised they're this aggressive early in the offensive zone, but it is kind of working. They are on our side of the field again. Sophia Smith there tries to go down the left-hand side and cannot get it to our forward. Gurma's going to head this back to the midfield, and right now, just a lot of midfield play. Both teams super aggressive on the ball. Portugal, though, gets out of it. They're going to go down the right-hand side, and a nice dribbling there by their midfielder. It's now in the corner, and it goes out for a throw-in. So, Portugal throw-in there. Very deep in the offensive zone here for the Portugal team. Our defense is, I'll say, right between the 18 and about the 30-yard mark is where they've been susceptible. They just haven't done a good job. They've been great in the midfield, they got 4 people on the ball right now, and Dunn's going to clear that, and it's going to be a throw-in now for the United States. But right between the 30 and 18, top of the 18 box, they've really had trouble. There's just been some open spaces for the Portuguese that have allowed them to get deep into our zone, and hopefully they can clear that issue up. I don't know if they're just playing a little too far back, and that's what's causing that 12 yards of space there. But right now, a lot of space. Crystal Dunn has plenty of room here on the left-hand side in the midfield, and is going to kick it up. That is going to go to Morgan. She can't control it. Chested down back in the midfield by Sullivan. Out to the right-hand side. And Fox is going to control that before it goes out. Fox over to Sullivan, who's taken down by the shirt. That is clearly a foul. Free kick here for the United States. No card. It wasn't that aggressive. It's a good foul, though. I mean, Sullivan could have turned and gone up the right-hand side. So probably a good foul there for sure. Probably a good foul. Netherlands, by the way, is up 2-0. So the United States, I'm sorry, but the United States, this is why I said it's must win. Our goal differential is now gone. So if we do not win this game, I mean, it looks like the Netherlands are on pace to score about 8 goals. So yeah, Barry, it's looking like that. It really is. I mean, Netherlands is on top. They have we're tied on goal differential. Barry, do you know what the after goal differential and head-to-head, do you know what it goes to? What's the tiebreaker? What's the tiebreaker on that? I only know goal differential, and I thought that it went head-to-head. Does it go to cards? I feel like that's way too... The third tiebreaker, I feel like, is just too early to go to cards. But maybe it is. Maybe it is. It really give me... I just don't want to go... I just don't want to go to... I don't want to be second in this group. Because we'd have to play Sweden, I believe, there. And then we'd have to play Spain, most likely. Even if we get past Sweden. So... Not really thrilled about maybe going second here in this group. Let me pull up the brackets. Yeah, I think it'd be Sweden, and then, if we win, it might be Italy. Depends. Those games, I believe, are being played tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. So zeros on the board here still for the United States, but down the left side is Sophia Smith. She is going to get near the 18. She's going to cross it into the box. Backdoor header. Oh! Williams. Nice header there into the box. She had actually a teammate. Backdoor. Looked like Morgan. She tried to head it to, but Pereira right there to make a nice save so it doesn't go by her into the goal or to Morgan's feet. So a nice job there. Got to hand Portugal. Yeah, Barry, I can't think of what it is after. My first thought was, yeah, maybe it could be cards. I don't know. Barry, you're an England supporter, if I'm not mistaken, right? An England supporter? What do you think of, like, the 2-1-0 wins that England had? Are you a little bit nervy? I think they play after this one, if I'm not mistaken. Portuguese in the middle tried to do a through. I can't speak. It's 3:15 in the morning. A through pass there, but Nair is going to grab that. Crystal Dunn, they're going to try to counter real quick and catch Portugal by surprise. They're not having any of that. Crystal Dunn, though, dribbling all around the defense and gets it to Horan, who's got the middle of the field open. But both sides are putting about 2 or 3 women, on the ball. And it's just a lot of fighting. And you know what? I think there's a little too much dribbling going on both sides. They need to find the open spaces and find their opponents. It seems like they're trying to dribble both teams a little bit more than they'd like to. If you guys are coming in, smash that like button for me. It's 3:15 a.m. here on the East Coast, or just after midnight on the West. Portugal has a chance at goal, and oh my God, she one-timed it from too far away. I'm not really sure that's where she wanted to take that. She had plenty of room. She was on sides too. Plenty of room to dribble in a couple more times, but it goes wide of the goal, and it's a goal kick. Out to midfield we go, and Fox there turns it over, and Portugal's going to try to now get on the offense again. Let's go. Thanks, Blake. Trying, buddy. Trying. Gotta do it. Gotta do it, man. If I'm not here, who's going to support USA, right? I'm sure somebody else. Also, my wife's sleeping. Well, she was until I started. Wait till we score and I yell. She's going to be pissed. Yeah, getting the job done is what you need there, Barry, for sure. Getting the job done is what you need. And, you know, we've kind of said that with the United States. By the way, Netherlands is up 3-0 in the 18th minute. So, unless the United States come out here in the next 20-25 and start controlling this game, although Portugal's on the move here, through ball into the box doesn't work, and that's cleared away. But I'll tell you right now, if we don't score at least now, it's looking like 2-3 goals. I mean, we're going to be playing Sweden in the round of 16. Not really what I want to do. Not really what I want to do. And if we play Sweden in the round of 16, if I'm not mistaken, that is the 10 o'clock game. I think that's the 10 o'clock game, or maybe it's the 5. I think it's the 5 a.m. one on Sunday. Of course it is. They couldn't just give me the 10 o'clock game. They got to give me the 5 a.m. game. Come on, guys. Let's go. Don't make me wake up early on Sunday. Cross into the box by Portugal. That is thwarted out there by Horan. But again, United States having trouble clearing this, and it is finally going to be a throw-in for them. Brooks scored that third goal for the Netherlands, and they're just, absolutely crushing the Vietnamese right now. I'm not even sure why I turned the game on. They're on pace for a 12-0 win. All right, come on, USA, man. I swear to God, if I woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning to set this up and and this is a 0-0 game, oh, guys. That's the one thing I hate about soccer. Like, at least, in American football, there's going to be at least probably usually 20 points scored. Not in soccer, not in the World Cup, not in the defensive. All right, little bit of a water break here. I don't know if that was a scheduled one or not, but I think it was just somebody who was injured and everybody decided to go over and grab some water. United States probably know that the Netherlands are up 3-0 and they're currently in second place. I'd like to see them be a little more aggressive and a little more offensive, or have some more offensive time there. Portugal, for the last better half of the 10 minutes, has been the aggressor. They've been in our half of the field, our third of the field. But we're now in second place in Group E, with the goal differential minus, we're 1 behind the Netherlands. Honestly, if it's head-to-head or whatever the third tiebreaker is, I think we actually need to win this. We'd have to win 2-0, and they couldn't score anymore against the Vietnamese. I just feel like, Barry's right here. I think we're going to end up in second, most likely. Goals scored? Okay, before head-to-head. Well, that essentially could be the same as well. Crazy. The Netherlands might have their 4th goal. Nope, they just missed an opportunity to put their 4th in. So, 20 minutes into this match, and there's been a lot of midfield play, a lot of aggressive play. 2-3 defenders around every person when they have the ball by the opposition. This one kind of lifted into the box by the Portuguese. It does fall to a Portugal foot, but it is... Ooh, there's a bad foul. Clotheslined. Bad foul on Portugal. Basically clotheslined our defense there. But free kick for the United States, and hopefully we haven't been on their side of the field here for the last 10 minutes. We got to get something going. Come on. Let's go, States. Let's go. 80% of you think we're going to finish first. Nobody thinks we're going to finish second. And quite honestly, it looks like that is where we're going to finish at the moment. This is the 11th meeting. The United States are 10-0 against Portugal, and we've outscored them 39-0 in those 10 matches. Just on paper, being 20 minutes in, and really, I think losing the possession game at this point to them is kind of scary for our team. I'm not sure, as there's Sophia Smith going to the left-hand side, crosses into the box, gets the ball back on their left foot. Is that going to go out for a throw-in? It is. Throw-in United States just by the corner flag there. I'll tell you right now, if we had finished second, I would not be surprised if we lose to Sweden. Just looks like we're not wanting to be one of those teams to be dangerous. I mean, quite honestly, Japan looks like one of the best teams. They beat Spain. I mean, Spain's a good team too. Germany lost. There's been a lot of surprises. Germany lost. Nigeria goes through. Olympic champions in Canada or medalists are out there in, I think that's Group A. There's a nice corner in, and it was punched out by Pereira, and then Lavelle, I think, gets called for a foul. And it'll be a free kick here to Portugal. By the way, the Netherlands just scored their 4th. In 23 minutes. They just scored their 4th in the first 23 minutes. So, quite honestly, we started this match 23 minutes ago with Netherlands starting a couple seconds before us. This is where we sit now. Now, what we kind of were like, okay, let's score a couple goals. Let's stay in first. Now you got to be worried that if you lose this game, you're out. If the Portugal put a goal in, we're just like that out of the tournament. So now you got to be careful. And now I think you got to, if they were scoreboard watching at all, there's just really no reason to. You honestly just need to win or at least draw this match. I really don't think the United States want to go in tied in the 90th minute with whatever could happen in the world, as we saw in that Germany game a couple days ago. So, free kick here by Lavelle, kind of in a promising position for the United States in the 24th minute. Pereira screaming at her defense on her line on where to set up. The line is at the top of the box. Lavelle over the ball about 28 yards away from goal. Hand in the air, it comes down into the box, and that is headed. And they took Pereira out, the goalkeeper, pretty hard. Looks like medic's going to have to come on. It looks like she got hit in her face, maybe her shoulder. Whatever she got hit in, it doesn't stop her Portugal teammates from just smacking her on the face. Ooh, looks like she took an elbow maybe to the face from Alex Morgan. Well, Alex Morgan technically elbowed her own elbow, and then I think it was her own hand that hit her, so we'll see. What's up, Eric? What's going on, man? How you doing? It's late night here with some United States action. Barry, there has been. I mean, it was Colombia over Germany. Yeah, Japan whipped Spain. I think Spain actually went into that just maybe being a little too overconfident, and then they just got their butts handed to them. I do hope we get the win. I'm just like, I'm. If the Netherlands are up 4-0 on Vietnam here, 25 minutes into the match, you know what that tells me? It just tells me how bad we played against Vietnam, right? It just tells you. So, Pereira is up. She does look okay. Looks like she's going to go on. She's going to keep screaming at her teammates. And there is I think it's going to be a free kick there. I believe the foul was called on Morgan, on Pereira. So, we are going to get a free kick for Portugal here. 26th minute. And Pereira's going to kick this down the left side of the midfield. It'll be headed by Fox. And back to Horan, who makes a nice little back kick, but cannot control it in the midfield. Portugal's got numbers if they want to go, but they actually bring it back a little. Eric, man, let's not get ahead of ourselves, but I am too. I hope so, man. It's a little bit nervy. Portugal here. They've had possession in our third quite a bit. Horan there does clear it, and it's going to go... it went to Sophia Smith. She couldn't keep it in. It does end up as a throw-in, and she'll hand it off and move up the field. If Sophia Smith could have kept that in, she had daylight down the left-hand side. Throw-in by Dunn goes to Smith, but immediately turned over to the midfielders, and now that is going to be another throw-in here for the United States. Let's go. Let's go! Alex Morgan on the left side. She's near the 18, inside the 18 on the end line. I don't think she kept that in. And regardless if she did or not, that was a horrible kick by Williams. Literally 4 yards away from goal. She kicked it over the bar. I'm going to have to look at the replay of this. I don't think she keeps this in. Ooh, she did. She did keep that in. Oh, that's awful. So now it's even worse. Williams, 3 yards from box, kicks it over the goal. They could have looked at that, and that's in. Ooh, it might have just gone out there. It's hard to tell. It doesn't matter. Williams absolutely shanked her shot in the front. Eric, well, it doesn't, we're in the third game here of the group stage. It doesn't look like they're really in the World Cup, to be honest with you. They've really just been going through the motions. I don't really know what their tactic is in this game. At least the first 2 games, it looked like they wanted to go down the left-hand side, cross it in. I haven't seen really any tactic in this game. Hats off, though, to the Portugal defense. I mean, they've been surrounding, our offensive players the same that were, surrounding the Portugal offensive players. It's just crashing on the ball, everybody. Portugal now in the midfield gets it up the right-hand side, and that is going to go to Crystal Dunn. Oh, who I thought she knocked it out, but, that went to Gurma. Crystal Dunn throws it in, and Sophia Smith, 3 ladies are on her, turns it over midfield, and that is going to be a wide open space here for the Portuguese down the left-hand side. Near the end line, they are battling, and it is going to go out of bounds for a goal kick. So, good defense there by Fox, and we have a goal kick to Nair. And let's see if we can't get something going here as we enter the 29th minute. Or almost the 30th, really. Crystal Dunn on the left-hand side. Ooh, bad foul. I think they're going to play advantage. Ooh, they didn't. They didn't call anything. Portugal, though, has the ball back down the right side near the end line. A cross into the box. And there's nobody there. Portugal doesn't have anybody in the box but one woman. And she can't get it, but Portugal is going to hold on to possession here and kick it back towards the midfield. Let's go. Come on, ladies. What are we doing here? we just look like we don't have a game plan, but to be fair, it's looked like that all World Cup. Portugal now down the right side. They've been using the right side quite a bit against Crystal Dunn. That one is driven into the box again. Nair's there with an easy save. I mean, Portugal has had some chances. They put the ball in the box quite a bit. Their problem is just nobody's in the box. It looks like their game plan is just cross into the box and hope for something. That's a good point, Eric. That's a good point, man. Yeah. And that's why Rapinoe is probably not coming in till like the 65th minute. I assume we will see Rodman come in. I have liked her physicality. In fact, I think that's the difference that you're seeing here is I think Rodman on that right side has been great the first 2 games, but, who knows. There is going to be Williams, who replaced Rodman, into Morgan in the box. Morgan can't do anything with it, and it's going to be cleared out by Portugal to the midfield. Oh, but a bad turnover is going to lead Girma on the left-hand side. She's got 3 defenders on her, and she can't even cross that into the box. Portugal, again, gets it back out to the midfield. Just a resilient effort here by the United States in the midfield to keep possession. Horan gets control, and now they're going to slow things up and go back to Girma. If you guys are coming in, smash that like button for me. It is 3:32 a.m. Eastern Time. Where are you watching from? Let me know. I am too, Barry, and I think that's a little concerning if you're a United States fan. Eric, wow, you bring in some old school Ambi Wambach. Well, Lloyd, Lloyd was one of our great players too. We don't have her anymore. So, and by the next World Cup, we won't have Rapinoe. I would be surprised if we have Morgan. I don't think we'd have Morgan. Who else? Well, I don't know. Definitely those 2, though. Well, yeah, Barry, that's the more concerning thing to me is that Portugal, for I'd say about 16 to 18 minutes, has had not only some possession, but in our half of the field. In our half of the field. It has been extremely concerning. So we'll see how it plays out for the next 13 minutes in stoppage time in the first half. If you guys are coming in, do me a favor, hit that like button for me. Let's hit 20 likes tonight, or this morning, whatever time it is. Sitting here on 45 minutes of sleep because, of course, the World Cup's being played across the entire world. Anybody offhand? Just I know this, but I can't think of it because it's early. Where's the next World Cup being played for the women? Has it been announced yet? I think the U.S. was on the slate for it, but I don't think it has been announced yet. Portugal on a run there inside the box, but it is defended well by Ertz. Ertz, that's another person. The difference in this game that I've seen is Ertz in the first 2 games has been like a prominent passer going into the offensive zone. She has not really been that person. She actually made a huge mistake there. Lucky to get the ball back. And we are going to set things up with Girma in the back. And she'll switch the field over to Fox. Morgan's 30. Well, dude, I don't know. 34. I know Rapinoe's 38, but who knows? 30. A lot of people don't want to play at 34. We'll see. I'd be surprised. Because you have to think, like, Morgan's not an international player. She plays, like a grinding NWSL schedule, right? I think an international players actually have it much easier than, like, MLS or NWSL, just because American sports play these, pretty daunting and weird schedules. Like, MLS is playing a Leagues Cup right now. In fact, I'm sure some of those MLS players are glad they're not even in the Leagues Cup anymore and they got to go have 3 weeks off. I'm sure some teams purposely lost in that Leagues Cup. Meanwhile, here, United States having trouble in the midfield, keeping possession. Pereira, it goes all the way back to her. She kicks it up, and that is a nice little rope-a-dope by the offensive player of Portugal who pretended like she was going to head the ball. It goes over her head, but unfortunately out of bounds, and it will be a U.S. throw. So the United States need to get something going here to give me confidence that we're not going to lose this game and be out of the World Cup. Guys, how big in the scheme of things would it be if the United States did go out here in the group stage? Like, how crazy would that be? Yeah, Eric. That's what I'm talking about, man. You just don't want to go into the 90th minute where something crazy like Colombia, just how they played against Germany. I mean, just anything can happen. We've seen some crazy results here in the Women's World Cup. Yeah, that's kind of what my thought was there, Barry, is, even Rapinoe, she's not even starting, so... Speaking of who replaced the midfield here, Lavelle loses the ball. There's no just glue going on with this team offensively. And Portugal has a run, but a nice play there by Germa. Back to Nair. And Crystal Dunn will get this on the left-hand side and try to work things out. But a bad pass to Sophia Smith leads to a Portugal throw-in on the USA side of the field. Eric, that would be nuts, especially with a group where, like, you wouldn't call this the group of death for sure. You definitely wouldn't call this the group of death. Although, look what happened to the Olympic gold medalists in Canada. Portugal with possession again. There's got to be some changes at halftime. This just cannot continue going into the second half. Portugal just outside the 18. Flicks it in. They're by the end line. Are they going to get across? They do not get across, but it goes right back to them. Crystal Dunn gets taken down, though. They might call a foul on that. They do not call a foul on that. I think Crystal Dunn is hurt. She is hurt on the end line. It's going to end up being a corner now for Portugal, but Crystal Dunn, I thought, really got tackled late. She is down, finally getting up to her feet. We're in the 37th minute of this one. Let's go. Come on. We got to do something. Oh, yeah, Barry. She's past it. For sure. For sure. With that said, though, same situation when it comes to, pinch hitters in baseball. If you need a home run and you got a 90-year-old Barry Bonds who's on steroids, you're going to ask him to come in. Portugal, corner, that's an outswinger, and it doesn't work too well. By the way, there's 2, 4, 6, 8. There's 8 United States women around that ball in the box. This game kind of looks like a 5-year-old bumblebee scrimmage, if you will. And if you're not familiar with a bumblebee formation of the 5-year-olds, it's just everybody flocks to the ball, and that's really what it's looked like. It's concerning. It's concerning. Portugal here continues to get possession and keep it inside our half of the field. Horan does steal that one, and they get it right back, though. Portugal just doing a nice job in the midfield, maintaining possession and getting the turnovers. Back in our side of the field, and there's a late hit. That's got to be a card. That's going to be a card on Lavelle. She just absolutely went in late with her spikes up. And there is a yellow card. Yes, that was a pretty easy call, yet she's arguing like it was the first time she's ever done anything wrong. That's a pretty easy call, Rose. What are you doing? I think the frustration of her yelling at the ref is because it's still 0-0 here in the 39th minute at Eden Park. If you're just joining us, guys, smash that like button if you want a US win. We take a goal. Quite honestly, I'd take more possession in the offensive zone because Portugal, I think if you really looked at it, has outplayed us here. Netherlands up 4-0 over Vietnam. So right now we're in second place in Group E. And there's a shot from outside the box just over the crossbar. And that's exactly what I'm scared of, is out of nowhere comes a great shot on goal. And it just goes about 3 feet over the crossbar, but a great shot there by Silva. And it's a bit nervy here in the United States, or even in Eden Park for United States fans as we watch on. Eric, that's awesome, man. Do you enjoy coaching the bumblebee formation? I don't think I have the patience for that, man. I don't think I have the patience for that. Oh. What's up, JB? Who knows, man? Who knows? You just can't pinpoint this team right now. You have no idea, like, what's going to go on. I mean, would you like to say they're going to play better in the second half? You would think. You would think there'd be some adjustments. I just don't think their manager, quite honestly, has done a great job with tactical formations, subs. I mean, it's just been all over the place. And I think we would all agree as United States fans, if they were to lose this game, I honestly think they kind of deserve it. I mean, does anybody disagree with that in the chat? Let me know. I mean, I'm welcome to hear, and have a debate about that. But if we were to lose this game and be out of the tournament, I would honestly say we probably deserve it. United States, though, on the offense here in the 41st minute, they turn it over. That is an awful turnover, and Portugal now is going to try to counter on the left-hand side here. They'll actually bring it back into the midfield, play the possession game a little bit more. They're content, I think, maybe staying 0-0 until the last possible minute, but they are going to be in the 18 box with a chance to cross it in. That's going to go off of Sullivan. Nicely saved from a corner kick by Gurma, and it's out for a throw-in. But Portugal, again on the attack here in the USA zone. Yeah, Eric, I mean, I just think the United States men's national team and the women's team is just not appealing to good coaches. Good international coaches out there. I just think that's not something that good international coaches look at, that have USA ties. With that said, there's not really that many homegrown. You know what? There's one person I want to see be the USA coach, and it's just because I can't stand him, and I'd just like to see him, like, how he would be as a coach, and that is Alexi Lawless. Don't you guys think Alexi Lawless as a coach for, like, the United States team would be funny? I mean, this guy doesn't stop talking on these pregame shows in the U.S., and I just would love to see him get humbled on the sidelines. So, 43rd minute, we probably are going to have a couple minutes of stoppage time. Pereira was down, the goalkeeper, after getting hit by Morgan earlier in the first half here. So, I assume maybe 2 minutes of stoppage time, so maybe about 5 more minutes here. Sophia Smith on the left-hand side does try to make a nice move, and we're going to get a foul on Sophia Smith, as that is Borges who went down, grabbing her knee. I don't think that's going to be a card. Just a talking to there on the side. Yeah, Barry, that's a good. I mean, that's exactly. Yeah, they can't go from midfield to forward, but right at the moment, they can't even get possession. Portugal's disrupting their possession in the midfield. There's no passes. I think, if you watch both the first games, and I know you were here for the first one, Julie Ertz was kind of that key piece there in, I know she's a back defender, but she kind of had stepped up towards the midfield. She made those long passes down the sideline. She made that one to Alex Morgan, who flicked on to Sophia Smith for that first goal against Vietnam. So, I mean, where is that? I don't see them coming up, and, I mean, to be fair, again, Portugal has had possession, so Ertz has had to be back a little bit more, but here she is actually now on the midfield line, and Gurma is going to get that over to her. We'll see if Ertz can't do something here. Now, just as I was speaking, she looked for the long pass, but she's going to end up going right back to, I believe that's Sullivan there, and Crystal Dunn on the left-hand side works it over to Smith. Smith, defender on, little give and go with Sullivan, and it's going to be a throw in here for the United States. So a little bit more possession, a little bit more, close quarter passing for the United States does get them down inside the 18 area. Let's see if they can't do something with it. We are now playing only for second. The Netherlands did score their 5th goal. We are now only playing for second. Dunn on the ball, left side. Ooh, nice defensive poke there, and it's going to end up being a goal kick as Crystal Dunn touched it over the end line. Awful. Awful. If you guys are coming in, smash that like button. Let's get up to 20. It is 3:45 a.m. I doubt my wife's still asleep, but if she is, God bless her. Oh, I will take a break at halftime. I will try not to fall asleep, but I'll put my intro music on. Stick around for the second half because you might see a sad American come the 92nd minute. That's kind of what I was thinking, Eric. Probably only 2 minutes. That was my thought. Pereira was down for a few minutes, so 3 at the most, maybe. United States here as we enter extra time is going to try to do something with the ball, but quickly turned over, and Portugal's got this on the counter. They've been going down the right wing themselves all night. Ooh, a nice dribble there into the middle and trying a through pass. That didn't work. There is only 2 minutes of stoppage time. Eric, you were spot on. And if the United States can't do something here in the last 90 seconds of the first half, I think we're all going to be on the edge of our seats because with the scoreline of the Netherlands, it is possible that Portugal, with a win, would knock the United States out. U.S. with a free kick. Try to get it down to Morgan. They do. Morgan on the left-hand side is kicked, and that's going to be a corner for the United States in the last minute of stoppage time here in the first half. Sophia Smith on the ball. Now she's going to hand it over to Sullivan. They might look short corner with Crystal Dunn. Nope. I think now they're going to set things up, and Sullivan is going to kick this into the box. So last kind of chance here in the first half for the United States women to nick a goal. That goes into the box, an in-swinger, and it is, just flicked out. But the United States is going to hold possession. They kick it out. That is Ertz out to Gurma, and Gurma back into the box. Headed down. Oh, shot on goal by Williams. And it was right at the goalkeeper, and that should probably do it for the first half. Gurma makes a nice pass. It is taken down by Williams in the box. She does a nice job to even get that on goal in between 2 defenders. But well-positioned is Pereira, and that is, I believe, her first save, real save that she had to make in the first half. Lavelle here on the right-hand side, and they're going to call halftime as she was going down the right side. Oh, my gosh. They called halftime. I cannot believe they just called halftime. Come on. What are we doing there? So, that is it for the first half, guys. Oh, are you kidding me? United States 0, Portugal 0. It's going to get nervy. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to take a 10-minute cat nap. Barry says it all. Changes need to be made. We'll see what happens. I'll be back in about 10 minutes or so, guys. We'll get set up for the second half. We'll go over stats for the first half. Netherlands are up 5-0 over Vietnam. They're still in the first half as they have 4 minutes of extra time there. Make sure you smash that like button for me and come back here for the second half because this could be a live stream where we watch the United States women get knocked out of their group stage play. I will be right back. Go get a cup of coffee if you're on the East Coast, or hey, if you're across seas, go grab yourself a Jack and Coke. Or, who am I? I'll grab a Jack and Coke too. All right, I'll be back, guys. Have a good halftime. What's up and welcome back. Let's go. What is up, everyone? Welcome back in. We are back for the second half of Portugal and USA. And honestly, I don't even know how to describe these three games other than very lackluster from the United States women's team. It just seems like both of these teams, last two games, their offense, we just don't know what to do. We have no idea what we want to do. It seems like, at first we want to go down the left side and cross it in. Then we want to go down the right side and cross it in. This game, we lack possession. We lack everything. So I just don't know what the USA want to do in this match. And we'll see, what happens here. I mean, we're 45 minutes and a goal by Portugal for being out of the World Cup. So a lot of chat with Morgan barely being involved in play. Yeah, I mean, Morgan's not touching the ball at all, really. And when she does, I mean, the Portuguese women are all over here. I did want to look at the stats before we get started here at the start of the second half. Ball possession, it's 54% I have to 46 for Portugal, and that's really, concerning. That is, if you're going to be the number one team in the world and you're going to face, I think they're 21, 22, somewhere around there in the early 20s with Portugal, and you're going to give up 54% of the ball possession, I mean, come on. Now, the good news is Portuguese haven't had a shot on goal. We've had 3. I would say only one of them was dangerous at all, but it was right to the goalkeeper, and that was just at the end of the first half there. 3-1 in corners. So I did do a little betting. It's 4 a.m. here on the East Coast, but I did do a little betting at halftime. I did take over 8.5 corners total for this game because, quite honestly, I do think that the USA come out like they did last time against the Netherlands, and they have a little bit more oomph in that second half of the game. I think they're going to be on the attack. They're going to want to not go into the 90th minute with a 0-0 game, and I think they're going to want to score. So I think by themselves they can get 5 more corners here in the second half. And I also took over 1.5 goals. Now, I only took this, and I think it happens if the United States can score 1 here early in the second half. If it doesn't happen, they'll probably just sit on it as all they need is a draw to go through. But I don't think they want to do that. I think they want to score early, and I think they want to, end up being, through without having to get nervy there in stoppage time in the second half. So we'll see if there's any subs made here in the second half of this one. You got Rapinoe on the bench. You got Rodman on the bench. You have O'Hara on the bench. You have Herta on the bench. Who else do you got? Thompson. DeMello could come in and play the midfield. I mean, quite honestly, I think that's why Lavelle's in, is DeMello. Lavelle has barely touched the ball in this game as well. But, hey, hats off to the Portuguese. They've done a great job in defending in the midfield and making sure that we just, don't get too far ahead. So, we got to get going. We got to get our possession back. Guys, smash that like button for me. It's 4 a.m. now on the East Coast, and even if you're up on the West Coast, it is now 1 a.m. Welcome in. If you haven't hit subscribe on the channel, please make sure you do so. It is good to see everybody. JBX, I saw that you were watching it in Spanish. Much better than English. They are, man. I've seen them. They're good. I was thinking the same thing, Eric. I was thinking the same thing, O'Hara. Yeah. That was my thought, but I don't know. JBX, to go back to your point about the commercials, man, the other day I was watching something, and the Spanish commercials, man, were just so much better. I loved them, so I get what you're saying there. I wish I could watch them in Spanish. But here we go. Start of the second half. Let's go. Portugal going to be kicking things off here. And we are 45 in stoppage time away from either going home or going through to the round of 16. And we are underway here in the second half. Let's go. Portugal is going to start with possession again. And they'll kick it right out of bounds. And it will be throw in for the United States. Let's go. Come on, United States. We got to get this going, man. Got to get something. Horan up the left-hand side. It looks like Morgan slipped, and that is going to go to Pereira. Ooh, I'm not quite sure she wasn't outside the 18 box there, but she was. All right. Let's go. Barry, 100% correct. If we like, we're gonna be able to tell in the first 15 minutes or so how we're gonna have to play this second half as fans. Are we going to get nervy? And because that's an awful. Who's passing out there? Portugal down the right hand side again. It's gonna be too long of a ball for them. But honestly, United States just turned it over in their own half again. I would say that this team has probably had the worst of passes by any other team I've watched in the World Cup that has of this caliber. Spain, Germany, Japan, these teams just are not doing this. United States here, down the right-hand side, Lavelle trying to get possession. She took a bump on the hip. She's going to go down like she got shot. But it's just a foul, no card. And it'll be a free kick here to the USA women. Let's go. So the issue is not in doubt in the Netherlands game. They are going to win 5 or more to 0 probably against Vietnam. It'd be nice if Vietnam could actually score a goal. Just give them a goal. Make them feel good about themselves, right? Japan are excellent at Patty. 59% say we're going to end up in first. It's not going to happen. We are not going to be in first. Yeah, I knew what you were saying. I was laughing because in my head I was just like, it sounded Irish. And being an Irish fan, I love anybody that says Patty. Justin, how are you delayed? Because it's a live stream, man. It's a live stream. it's called being on a delay. It's what the Oscars do, so Chris Rock doesn't get slapped on national TV again. It's funny. Okay. Well, Justin, thanks for hanging out with us, buddy. Oh. All right, United States women here in possession in the midfield, trying to get things going. And they just do not. Yeah, they're going to the ground easily. I'm not quite sure why they're trying to. I'm not sure what they're trying to do here. It just I think we can both agree there's not been a game plan. We haven't had any game plan at all. The overacting by Sophia Smith on this foul is Oscar worthy. Speaking of Oscars. United States in possession here. They're going to go and turn it over again in their own. I mean, this team just does not know how to pass. Down the left-hand side goes Portugal, and they're going to pass it back to the midfield. I have no idea what's going on there. There's a foul by Williams. I did not see that foul. So Williams is going to give a free kick here to Portugal in their own half of the field. And now if I'm the Portugal, now, I mean, I'm not saying she's time wasting by tying her shoe, but if I am them, I might start wasting some time and then just try to nick a goal here with about 45 seconds left in the game and just stun the United States. So free kick for Portugal. Portugal about 38 yards from the box, or from the goal. This is back door. doesn't get there. It does end up getting footed down to one Portuguese player, but kicked out then by the United States for a Portugal throw-in. Netherlands at the moment in first place, United States in second, but a loss to Portugal would knock them out. This is gonna get nervy. If you guys are coming in, smash that like button for me if you want a USA win. Or even, hey, if you're going against us, it's smash that like button for at least a good ending here. United States gives away another throw in here to Portugal. 52nd minute. Eric, I feel like we're over dribbling too. Like, we're not making passes. We're not making crisp passes. I don't know what we're doing. Madison, if the USA lost, would it be the first time not going to the round of 16 ever? I don't know ever. I don't know their history that well. I would say probably in a very long time. I don't know if ever, though. That's a good question, Madison. Anybody in the chat know the answer to Madison, or somebody want to look that up? I don't know if it's ever. Because I think, well, you know, the Women's World Cup isn't as old as the Men's World Cup. So now I'm trying to think back. Did we ever miss the group? JBX, man, the goal was on the likes. We're at 15 likes. We still need 5 more to hit 20, but thanks, buddy. Yeah, we are. Appreciate you. Thanks for joining us. If you're wondering what's going on in this game, we just have, I believe, a Portugal player down who I think got kicked in the face by Sophia Smith. That looked like it hurt. That looked like it hurt. I think so. Well, not every. I think every World Cup, but I think the question was the round of 16. Have we been through to the round of 16 in every, or at least out of group stage in each one? Bad turnover there by Portugal, and the Portuguese are going to, though, get the ball back and stay with possession again. Possession has been the key to the game for the Portuguese to stay in this one. They again have possession. And now they got the middle of the field to work with near the 18, but they turn it over. Good defense there by Horan. It's 4 a.m. I can't say anybody's name right. I need a cup of coffee. And down the right side go the United States. Good defense, though, by the Portuguese. And they'll dribble this out of trouble. Here now it looks like the United States have stopped their high press in their own zone. They're really letting Portugal get out of the defensive zone pretty easily. There's a bad turnover by Portugal, and Horan's going to come right down the middle. There's a through ball that is going to be shot on goal and blocked off the end line. Oh, man. Oh, probably the best opportunity. I'm a little surprised Alex Morgan does not one time that. She did have the goalie right on her. But nice job there by Portugal defense to one time that. I'm not sure that goes in anyway. It might have hit the post. But it does go out for a corner. That's what I'm talking about. If you just joining us, I did live bet over 8.5 corners in this. Oh, Barry, you meant to say knockout stage? I mean, that would sound right. It would be nuts if they go out. The corner is headed away, and that is going to be kicked out and over the goal by Sophia Smith. And it's a goal kick for Portugal here in the 55th minute. Yeah, I thought so too, Eric. I didn't want to give the wrong information, but that does sound correct. That does sound correct. I mean, we've been pretty dominant in women's soccer for quite a long time, for sure. So, USA with possession, but they turn it over, and now Portugal is going to try to counterattack, and they'll slow things down, actually. Just work out of the back. It's been a possession game for the Portuguese. At halftime, it was at 54%. At the moment, you're looking at still about 54% on the game. So, Portugal... Remember how I said at 3 a.m. when we started this, I would be really disappointed if I got up for a 0-0 game Well, that is what we're looking at here, folks. But we do have a promising possession here for the United States. Yellow card for a Portuguese player there, but it is going to be a free kick just outside of the 18 boxes. Costa there is the one who gets the yellow. And we'll see who steps over the ball. But this is just on the corner of the 18 as she takes down Morgan, who was trying to get into the box. I mean, a couple more feet, that's a PK. So, this is going to be nervy for Portuguese fans out there. And we are going to see Lavelle step over the ball. Just outside the 18. I mean, she's close enough where she could probably take an in-swinger to the top right corner if she wants to. The whistle finally blows. Lavelle steps back from the ball, sets it up, drops her arm, and kicks it. An in-swinger, and it's headed. It's back-headed by Morgan, and it goes over goal for a goal kick. Not the best of what I would have done with that, but we'll see. Yeah, Barry, you're right. Yeah, Eric, I'm a little surprised we actually have only scored once off a set piece from a corner, and that was last game to tie that up against the Netherlands. I mean, the first game, I mean, I guess Vietnamese, their average size was like 5'2". Even could have been smaller, really. Bad turnover there by Portugal. Up the field goes Lavelle. She got numbers, and what was that? What an awful pass, and it ends up going out as a goal kick. She had numbers, and I don't know if she just had too many options there. She goes right up the middle of the field, takes it all the way about to the 18-yard box, kicks it over. Sophia Smith is wide open on the left-hand side, but kicks it about 15 yards in front of her, and it goes out for a goal kick. By the way, the Netherlands did score their 6th goal, so no reason to really pay attention to that. So, goal kick is taken, and it is going to be a throw-in now for Portugal near midfield. Oh, the nerves are starting to set in, folks. If you're just joining us, it is 0-0 or 0-0, as we say in the football world, in the 59th minute here between USA and Portugal. Rapinoe is getting warmed up on the sideline. I don't know if that's just because she is geriatric in soccer consideration and she just needs to warm up her legs, or if she's coming in. Meanwhile, U.S. on the run. They got, I believe, Williams on the right. Lavelle is going to go into the 18. She gets taken down. There's no call. I assume that's a good no call in my opinion. I really think that Lavelle was looking for a call there on the outside of the 18. But we do get a call now on what I thought was a 50-50 ball in the midfield. And I think Morgan got taken down again. Yeah, 8-0 sounds... I mean, they might call off the dogs, that saying. But, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what they do. I wouldn't be surprised with another 31 minutes in stoppage time if they score 2 more goals. So, United States have a free kick straight on goal here from just about, I would say, 25, maybe 30 yards away. If you look at the body language of the women of the United States, all of them have their hands on the hip, and that shows that they're tired. It looks like all these players are tired. Maybe being fit is a problem for the United States. I assume we're going to see Rapinoe come on soon. Lavelle, straight on goal here. Free kick. It's into the box and headed just wide of the goal. That one was by Williams. Williams has had a couple chances to put the ball on net. She did once, but it was right at the goalie there at the end of the first half. So, a couple substitutions coming up, I think, for the United States. We'll see if that won't lift their spirits and their offense. Let's go. It's 4:20 a.m. here on the East Coast. in the United States, and we're watching United States women struggle against a Portuguese team. And who is coming out? Rapinoe is coming in, and I believe, did I see Williams come out? I think Williams is coming out. Or was that Smith? No, I'm sorry. It was Sophia Smith. That's a surprising move to me, considering the way that that's an interesting situation. That's an interesting situation. Rapinoe for Smith, Barry, yeah, I don't get it. Smith has been your goal scorer all World Cup for the most part, and you take her out. I mean, I would say maybe take out Alex Morgan. Alex Morgan is by far, I think, somebody who might have been subbed out there. Yeah, Eric, and I think coaching has been a problem for sure. Coaching definitely has been a problem in this World Cup, and if they lose in this game, I mean, I think we could all agree, even if they move on to the quarterfinals and they play Sweden, it's going to be a rough match. I mean, they just don't give anybody confidence that they're going to be able to score on anybody right now. And the fact that a Portugal team is out possessing you in 62 minutes into this game, not promising. So we do get a switch here for the Portuguese as well. It looks like, I believe, who is that came out? I missed the name. So goal kick for Portugal. For the United States. And Rapinoe's going to get a couple touches right off the bat here down the left side. She's got some space if she can outrun to the ball, but again, heavy touch kick goes out of bounds, and it will be a Portugal throw. We've just been a little off on our passes. Yeah, Sweden's going to be tough, Madison, 100%. And if we play like this, I mean, I think we'd lose 2-0. So, Rapinoe in. We'll see if she does anything. We'll see if she brings some magic to this team. She does do a nice job saving a ball that was going out of bounds there. Alex Morgan up front. Bad flick on. Pereira is going to clear this, and it will be a... Ooh, nice saves. Nice. Keep possession in their own half. Offensive own half. And Morgan runs it down on the end line and works the USA corner. Second of the half. Let's go. I just need 3 more corners to hit over 2.5. Let's go. Barry, man, the way both the United States and the Lionesses have played, it's surprising. You kind of feel like both these teams have kind of been just going through the motions to get the goals they need to move on, or at least draw in the USA's occasion. We do have a corner kick here. And that is an in-swinger low and not good. That's, I'm sorry, that is not Rapinoe. That's Ertz there who kicks it and it just goes out of bounds for a goal kick. So not great. I don't think you would call that a shot on or off goal. That was just trying to do something with a bad corner. Who took that corner? Is that Lavelle? We got Portuguese player down. Now I understand that they need to win to move on, but I do think there is a little sportsmanship game here played with some time wasting. Because if the Portuguese coach told you that it was, or if you told the Portugal coach that it was going to be 0-0 going into the 87th minute with a chance for them to nick a goal and win, I think he'll take that all day, and I wouldn't be surprised if that's where they try to get to and then just create some sort of miracle in the last 5 minutes of this game. Yeah, you can play too cautiously, for sure. You sure can. If you guys are coming in, we got a Portuguese player down. I'm going to take a second. Hey, please, if you could, smash that like button if you haven't already. I'm trying to hit 20 likes at 4:24 in the morning here on the East Coast. I took a cat nap. I woke up for this game. At this point, I would assume my wife is very mad at me since I did not tell her I was doing this, and she's probably awake in the bedrooms cursing me out. You actually might see her come on screen and curse me. The only reason she probably hasn't is I probably haven't yelled enough because the USA haven't scored or conceded. So, we'll see. This is going to add some stoppage time, so I think now actually we do have somebody who's pretty hurt, as I don't see why we're taking 2 or 3 minutes here to get this all set up. If you are coming in, chat, let us know where you're watching from. Anybody on the West Coast? I feel like the West Coast got it pretty good. Usually East Coast, it's nice, you get to watch the games. But on the West Coast, it's kind of nice with New Zealand being closer. Those 3 a.m. games end up being midnight. The 9 p.m. games or the 11 p.m. games end up being 8 o'clock. So it's kind of primetime games for you. Eric, that was kind of my thought. Maybe a counterattack leads us to a win. I wouldn't say 20 minutes. I think that might be a little too long. I mean, we could score 4 goals if they go all out. I'd say the last, from like the 82nd minute on, they'll start going harder. The Netherlands, by the way, just scored their 7th goal, as I just watched that go in. So they're up 7-0. But that's I think that's the difference between the Netherlands and the United States. We were only up 1 at halftime, or 2? It was 2-0 at halftime against Vietnam. We were really lucky to be up 2-0, as we scored, I think, in like the 4th minute of stoppage time in the first half. And then we only put 1 in, I think, in the second half to win 3-0. But that's the difference. Netherlands come out, and they're this might be a VAR decision. It might only still be 6-0. But they still put up 6+ goals here on this Vietnamese team, and we could only manage 3. So I think that's a problem. You think the 10-15? We'll see how long. We'll see what they do when it comes to going all out. Here's the bad news for the U.S. If it is 0-0 and it goes into stoppage time, there's at least going to be 5 more minutes of stoppage time. That might actually play into the fact that they might not get things going, Portugal, if it's 0-0 until past the 80th minute, because I'm going to say there's at least going to be 5 minutes of stoppage time here in this game. She was down there for quite a while. So finally, we get the ball back in play. And hopefully the United States use that opportunity right there to make some changes and get something going offensively. China, England coming up, and Haiti, Denmark in their 3rd group matches. I will not be live. I will be back in bed. By the way, Netherlands did have that goal overturned. It is still 6-0. Rapinoe up the middle, tried to get that to Morgan. Nothing happened in there. Thwarted by the defense of the Portuguese. And Portugal's going to be back in possession here in their own zone. Just a good passing, possession-based team here in Portugal. We're just not putting pressure on. And Pereira, it goes back to her. She's going to have to clear it back to midfield. Gurma with a header up to Lavelle, but again, can't keep possession, and back to Portugal we go. Oh, I'm going to be so disappointed if we can't score or hold on to this 0-0 lead. 0-0 draw. Come on, guys. Girls, let's go. Let's go. Portugal tries to make a move down the left side, but it is going to be a throw-in for the States. Oh, this team, if you know American football and you know I'm a Cleveland Browns fan, this team pisses me off, I think, almost as much as the Cleveland Browns. 70th minute here. 20+ stoppage time. I'd say we're about 25 minutes from final whistle at the moment. 0-0. USA kicks it out. It's going to end up being a throw-in for Portugal. Portuguese, 57% possession on the game. They've actually upped it from the 54% at halftime. Yeah, Barry, I mean, that's a good point. And I'll just further agree with you by saying that happens a lot more, I think, on the men's side. As Portugal's now up the right side, they're looking to counter here, and that's a bad pass. They had a lot of opportunity there. Portuguese women got to be upset with that pass there. So it is going to be, I think, a throw-in for the United States women at midfield. But, yeah, CONCACAF really, I mean, doesn't give us, on men's and women's. But with that said, I do think the women play more international friendlies against good competition. I understand CONCACAF doesn't give us anything, but the men's side really does not go out of their way in playing tough international competition. They primarily only will play, the Gold Cups. I think they are going to go, though, to Copa America this year, and we'll see how their results do there. But, yeah, I do think the United States women do go out of their way to play some, the Spains, the Germanys. Yes, Madison, that is a good point. Swanson being missed in the attack. I mean, we just look sloppy all over the field. If your midfield with as your heart of your team is not going to be able to do anything, then your offense is gonna take a hit, and I think that's what we've been seeing. They are playing it safe, JB. I'm not sure they're playing it as safe as I think they're just playing not good soccer or football. I honestly just think they're playing bad. A free kick here from about 25 yards out. Rapinoe's going to take this one into the box. It goes. It is headed away and now cleared by Portugal. They're going to try to counter. They're on the right-hand side, and they'll slow it up. Good job of the U.S. getting back. Slow things up here for Portugal. Portugal, though, passing machine. There's going to be a foul. And Lavelle, she's got to be careful. She's got a yellow card. And now she's acting like she took the brunt of that hit. Okay. Oh, jeez. I mean, come on, Lavelle. Get off the ground. You didn't do it. You didn't get hit at all there. When we do start seeing some time wasting, if it's still 0-0, it's going to be U.S. doing it. Free kick for Portugal, and they're going to try to get this into the U.S. third. Surprised there has been no other changes at the moment. And there's a foul by Amato, and it is a free kick here for the United States. Dangerous pass back to Nair, and I don't know what that was, and if that would have been a costly goal there for us, we would have been talking about that one for months. Oh, for sure an Oscar, Barry. She's like, oh. I mean, she acted like she just got shot by Alec Baldwin. Too soon? Sorry. All right. 74th minute, heading into the 75th. Portugal still with possession here in United States territory. And they just continue to pass, but a nice job by Alex Morgan coming back, getting a turnover. I don't know what Alex Morgan's doing there. She just clears it down the field. She doesn't care to keep possession. It's like they're trying to waste time already. And Portuguese come up. And now a little bit of a high press for the United States. But Portugal gets through that, and it's cleared to the midfield, but taken by Crystal Dunn. Dunn switches fields to Ertz. Ertz over to Sullivan back to Fox. Now some good passing going on by the United States. Tries to go down the right sideline. Again, overhit, and it goes out for a goal kick. For a second, it did look like it wasn't, that wasn't a yellow card per se, but, I mean, when you have a yellow card, you got to be careful, because at any time, if you do something, I mean, that ref's going to pull out that red. Imagine this team being down a woman right now. I mean, the possession would only go up with Portugal. Okay, I'm glad, Eric. It's been a while. That's good. on our soccer betting channel, Edging to Win, which, by the way, if you guys don't subscribe to Edging to Win, hey, please go subscribe to Edging to Win. It's a great channel. Only soccer on that channel, but I did a joke. We have our League 1 predictions coming out today, actually. But I do make a joke, I think, in our Championship League predictions where I said that one team was not going to be like the Ocean's Gate submarine, and they were going to come above the waterline of relegation. That was definitely too soon. But the Alec Baldwin jokes, that's all right. JB, I know, man. She's a crybaby. She reminds me a lot of LeBron James in the NBA. Mike, what's up, buddy? Yeah, we'll be in second. If you guys are coming in, welcome in. It's 4:35 in the morning. My wife is pissed at me because I've kept her up. I take that back. I didn't keep her up. I woke her up. Because she didn't know I was doing this. I didn't even know I was going to do this. I didn't know if I'd wake up in time. Quite honestly, I set up the stream and I thought to myself, everybody will just think I fell asleep and I didn't show up. But I did wake up in time. Smash that like button. We're trying to hit 20 likes. We're at 17. We're 3 away. And we're in the 77th minute. And it's nervy as all get out here at Eden Park in New Zealand. Could you imagine being a United States fan in this moment in the stadium? I saw a drummer there in the stadium who was... this is a packed game. If you're looking at the stands, this is an absolutely packed game. Much different than what Vietnam was, right? We will be in second. That's not the issue in doubt. The issue in doubt is, will we be in? Portugal can score here. They would send us home. So, about 12 minutes in stoppage time left. Portugal, again, with possession here in the midfield. We've been saying that all night. United States gets it. Oh, Morgan's going to try to run on, but a good job by Pereira to come out of goal and clear that. And that is kicked out by Ertz, so it will be a United States throw in. Pereira has done a great job in goal for Portugal. She's been very aware of being able to come out in those situations and clear the ball off the 18-yard line. Portugal in the midfield with possession again. Tries to switch the field, but it will be taken by Rapinoe instead. And Rapinoe, an awful pass. A turnover. The United States, every single time they have a chance to counter, just turn it over or either kick it clear out of bounds. I don't get it. I don't get how, I think passing's the problem as well as fitness and just everything. Oh, now we're going to see some... Oh, yeah, we're on the ground. Get up, come on. Oh, so throw in here for the United States. Coming in on the 79th minute. Let's go. If you're just waking up, you haven't missed much. You have not missed much. Oh, let's go. Ertz has got to be that passer in the back to get it up to somebody if we want to score a goal. But at this point, I think the U.S. is honestly content in not really caring to score. And they're just going to try to not give up a goal. And that's going to make for some exciting football here in the last 10 minutes or so. We are in the 80th minute. It's going to be a throw into Portugal here, about 22 yards away from goal. Yeah, I wasn't sure how I was going to do this, Eric. I didn't know. I didn't know if I'd wake up for it. Mike, what's up, buddy? Hey, thanks for hanging out with us. Yeah, they have a lot more drive here in the second half, but with that said, the passing's not there. Crystal Dunn on the left-hand side. Let's see what she can do. It passes up to Rapinoe. Rapinoe stays on the left, switches this to the middle of the field to Sullivan. Sullivan slips, but then brings it back to Ertz. And Ertz then is going to be double-teamed and churns it over. I mean, this is what we've seen all day. And now Portugal is got a chance. They have a chance to counter and then taken down. And a foul by Gurma is going to set up a free kick for Portugal. And she's going to get carded. So it looks like Gurma's going to get a yellow card here. Wow, that was a dirty foul, Barry. It was. Knockout stages, I believe, begin on Friday. I believe they begin on Friday. Yep. I believe if the United States go through, and it looks like second place, I believe that one's going to be at 5 a.m. on Sunday. Again, if they do go through, we'll see if I do that one. Typically, Saturday night's the night that my wife and I hang out a little bit later. We're old. We can't stay. I mean, when I mean later, I mean like, I don't know, 9:15. We're old. All right, Portugal into the box. Cross. Oh, gosh. Nair gets her hands on it and ends up corralling it. But she tipped it basically right to the 6-yard box. A Portugal player wasn't there. Thank God. I don't know what we're going to do here. This is going to get nervy. That was scary. That was scary, Barry. Got to keep the wife happy, Eric. I don't know how happy she is right now. I might get yelled at later today. Rapinoe on the edge of the 18. And it is going to be a throw in for the United States here. Good defense there by Borges. Got to hand it to Portugal. They've done what they needed to do. Madison, you could be right. This could get dirty. I think there'll be some time wasting here. Rapinoe, I think just use your hand. It is going to be a handball. Free kick here for Portuguese. If you guys are coming in, smash that like button for me. A lot of us have been up since 3 a.m. watching the United States have trouble with this Portugal team, and we will see in the next 10 to 13 minutes what happens here. We do have some substitutions. Horan's coming off. And coming in for her is going to be Williams. Oh, I'm sorry. Williams is coming off too. Williams is in. I'm just trying to... Fox is doing a bad job with the graphics. Okay, so Sonnet and Rodman. I knew Rodman was coming in. I like Rodman coming in. I think this is actually a move you want to do here. Rodman is coming in for offense, and she is coming in for her physicality, and I honestly think her drive. I love that substitution right now. Let's see if we can't get something going in. So, we're in the 84th minute. I assume there's going to be 5 to 7 minutes of stoppage time. There could be more depending on what else happens here. Rapinoe goes up the left side. Right away, they're going to get Morgan the ball, and Morgan in the box. Oh, Sullivan's wide open. Couldn't get it down, and Morgan puts a shot on the near post, and it's saved by Pereira. Oh, Sullivan was wide open in the middle, and Morgan couldn't get it to her. Morgan was onside, though. The replay they're looking at, oh, man. Morgan has the ball, and Sullivan, or was that Lavelle? Could have been Lavelle. Sorry, I think it was Lavelle. They have the same hair. But Lavelle was right in the middle. Oh, let's go. Barry, Rodman's looked good, though. Rodman's looked good, and honestly, I thought she should have started over Williams. Williams hasn't really impressed me that much, so we'll see. Let's go. 85th minute here. Netherlands are up 7-0. They just put their 7th in again, so, I mean, issue's not, we're just playing for our life to go to the round of 16 and probably play Sweden. Portugal does have possession in the midfield, but Lavelle gets his back, and then she gets a... Lavelle flops like Neymar flops. It's just ridiculous. It's a little over the top. United States robbing on the right-hand side, and it's going to go out for a corner. I haven't had too many more corners since that last one about 25 minutes ago, but I finally get a corner. How many do I got now? I got 7. I need 2 more corners in the last 5+ stoppage to win my bet there. Lavelle. I just heard my sprinklers come on. This is the first time I think I've ever heard my sprinklers come on. That's what happens when you're up at 4:45. Oh, all right, let's go. So corner kick coming to the United States. Let's see if we can't make some magic happen. Ertz should be the target there in the middle. Lavelle's going to stand over. It's an in-swinger to the back post. Oh, my God. Oh, what a just leveled. How is that not a card? So, I think that Sonnet, who just came in, just absolutely levels Pereira, the goalkeeper, in the chest. I have no idea how that wasn't a card. Just absolutely leveled her right in the chest. And then she took off. I mean, she fell right to the ground. She probably knocked the wind out of herself. We're going to have a ton of stoppage time here, guys. We had, I think, a 5-minute stop before with a Portugal player down. Now we have Pereira on the ground, and she's going to stay down for a few minutes here as well. This one's going to get nervy in stoppage time. Smash that like button if you want the U.S. to go through. Come on, baby. If you're coming in, you have not missed too much. What you've missed is a lot of nerves from USA fans. And Portugal hanging in there with the United States. You've also missed the Netherlands score 7 on Vietnam, who the United States could only score 3 on, and it was quite honestly a lucky 3 to get. So that should tell you how good the Netherlands are. Pereira has popped up here, getting ready to get back into play. Marcheo and Capeta are coming on, I think, for the Portugal team. Let's go. Probably at the next stoppage they'll come on. They did not come in. Yeah, I'm thinking Madison probably, you're right now after that stoppage. I'm thinking 8 minutes as well. We'll see what it is. We're about 2 minutes from the moment of truth of stoppage time. Portugal on a run in the middle of the field. They got room. They got space. Just not great passing there. Rapinoe's going to try to counter now down the left side. She's got all the room in the world that she needs. She's going to get this, and Rapinoe's awful. She has not made one pass in this game that makes me think she should be in there right now. Robin, though, is going to get the ball. She's going to go towards the end line. Is she going to get it? No, it'll go out for a goal kick. Man. Let's go. I mean, now you kind of just, whatever, as a USA fan, you're like, just hang on, right? You don't even want the goal. Just hang on. 0-0. I knew I jinxed myself. I woke up and I said to myself, is this going to be a 0-0 game? Nah, it can't be a 0-0 game. It's against Portugal. We're going to at least score once. Well, we're 89 minutes into the match, now entering the 90th minute, and there has been no goal. There has been no goal. Oh, come on. We'll see how much stoppage time coming up here in just a minute. Portugal plays the ball back in after the 2 substitutions are made. Bad turnover for the Portugal team. Rapinoe's got this on the left side. She's going to take it down towards the 18 box. She's got Lavelle in the middle. Another heavy touch by Rapinoe and out of the reach of Lavelle. Turnover at midfield now for the USA, and back and forth we go as Crystal Dunn has the ball, and Rapinoe is going to keep it in. She did not. And it'll be a Portugal throw in here. 15 seconds till the moment of the truth to see how many minutes we have to sit here and defend a possible Portugal goal that would knock us out of the World Cup here in 2023. There is a through pass, Thwarted by Gurma. Gurma on the left-hand side gets it to Sullivan. Sullivan up to Dunn. Dunn to Lavelle, and a bad touch again, out of bounds. The problem with that I'm having is, honestly, our touches aren't even with pressure. These are just touches that they should be making these passes. Rapinoe now in the midfield, goes through two defenders, up to Morgan, in the box. She should get a shot on goal. She does. Does it get deflected? No. It was just an awful shot. We do have 8 minutes. Madison, you were correct on that. 8 minutes of extra time. How many subs can we use? I think we still have a couple. I think we have 2 more we can make, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Barry, this is embarrassing. Oh, Portugal's got a chance in the box. A shot at goal off the post. Oh, my God. Portugal was inches away from scoring out of nothing. Out of absolute nothing. Oh, my God. Oh, off the post. I cannot, and just again, this is what I alluded to like 45 minutes ago. They'll wait till stoppage time. They're going at it now, and they took a shot and it almost went up. Here's another shot, and it's over the goal, and it's a goal kick. And these last 6.5 minutes are gonna be unreal. Oh my gosh. I thought that was in. I thought that was in. Portugal was inches away from knocking us out of the World Cup. Oh, I cannot believe that didn't go in. It hit the post square, too. Portugal's team thought they had won it. But we do have 6 minutes of stoppage time to get through. This is way too risky, Madison. It is too risky. This is ridiculous. If we do go through, we got to play 20 times better against Sweden. Right side here for Portugal. They are on the attack. USA content with a draw. They don't care. Maybe something on the counter. Throw into Portugal here. 4 minutes, 45 seconds away here. In stoppage time, it's going to be a free kick to the United States. If you're coming in, guys, smash that like button. Hit the subscribe button, because if we do go through, I will be here for the round of 16. And all of the United States women's national team live streams. Let's go. Portugal trying to make something happen. Rapinoe's got the ball, though, in the midfield. Does get it over, although it was deflected. And that is going to be, I believe, Fox on the right-hand side. Take it all the way to the 18. On the right-hand side of Rodman. Rodman in the 18 box. Switches it over. Just not enough to get to Rapinoe. They keep possession. Rapinoe, though, has it in the 18. Crosses it. And that is out of play as Morgan just does not know what to do with the ball. I think the plan is now, with about 4 minutes and 45 seconds now left. I think the plan is, honestly, counterattack if you can and defend as well as you can. Fox has it at midfield. She's going to slow things down. She'll play it back to Ertz. Ertz back to Nair. That is kicked then back out to midfield, and it's going to land at Fox's feet, who goes up the right-hand side. Rodman was the runner there, but too far, and Pereira, the goalkeeper for Portugal, is going to grab this one. So, Portuguese, they're going to be going up as far as they can. There's going to be a foul on the United States and a free kick for Portugal in the USA half of the field. Let's go! We're 4 minutes away from the USA either moving on or, gosh, given that shot on the post just a few minutes ago by Portugal, the USA could be going home. Free kick here for Portugal. It's going to be into the 18-yard box, and oh, it went through everybody. Nair didn't even get a hand on it, and it goes out as a goal kick. And honestly, it just had to touch anybody, and it was just going to drop into the goal. It went through absolutely everyone. I don't even think it got touched. It drops, right through everybody. Does not even get touched by anyone. It goes out through a goal kick. And we're now 3 minutes away from the United States moving on. Goal kick for U.S. And it is flicked up to Rapinoe, just a little too far. Portugal is trying to take possession. Oh, a flick into the box by Rapinoe to Rodman. Just a little out of reach. Pereira trying to get the ball out. And Portugal trying to do something with 2 minutes, 45 seconds left. But Laval steals it, kicks it into the box. And it's going to find Rapinoe, who just has an awful chance. Pereira gets it. She's going to tell everybody to move up. There's 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in this one. I assume we'll get a U.S. substitution to waste some time, as we do have something for somebody. Yeah, Rapinoe, fluffing it, says everything. Embarrassing right now by the United States. And we are going to end up getting a substitution for the United States. So, obviously, a time-wasting tactic here for the United States. If you're coming in, we are 2 minutes away. We're in stoppage time. 2 minutes away from the United States going on to the going to the round of 16 from the group stage here with a draw. Would it be the most beautiful thing these 3 games that the United States has ever done, as Dunn and Morgan are coming, Dunn and Morgan are coming off. O'Hara and Thompson are coming in. There's 1 minute 45. I'd say probably 2 minutes here. If you're coming in, smash that like button. We're 1 away from 20. Let's hit it. It is 4:56 Eastern Time. We've been up since 3 watching this game. Portugal, just a moment ago, hit the post dead on, and they could have sunk in the hearts of all of the United States fans. But instead, it's still 0-0 here in the 97th minute. Throw in for the United States. They're going to go to the corner. We would suspect this, and it is kicked out. And it is going to be a throw-in for Portugal, as deep as you can get. Now, we are coming up with just a minute left. They did have a substitution in stoppage time, the United States. So there might be a little bit more time than just that one added extra minute. Oh, it has to be 100%, Barry. Has to be. It has not been good, these 3 games. But all it takes is one promising game. I mean, if they get past Sweden, they probably have to face Spain. So, finishing second's going to give them a hard road. It's going to be very hard for them to even make it, I think, to the quarters, let alone the semis. 30 seconds left in stoppage time, give or take another 30. Portugal's going to have to go all out. They do have possession here. They are in possession near midfield, and now is going to be the United States. They just kick it down, and it's going to go out of bounds. And it will be a Portugal throw-in. We're 10 seconds away from the end of stoppage time. This is getting nervy. Portugal has it. They're going to kick it up, and nope. USA going to control it, and it's going to go out for a goal kick. Pereira on the ball. We're now past the 8 minutes. At any moment, the whistle should sound. The USA should advance. Let's go. Come on, baby. And just blow the whistle. Portugal's got the ball. They're in the USA half. It's double team, though. There's nowhere to go. It's Portugal throw-in. There's got to be seconds left. Portugal throws it in. They got to hurry. I don't know what they're taking their time for. It's going to go right into the mid. Now that's going to be cleared away, and that should do it. That should do it. And the whistle is going to come, and the United States have moved on to the round of 16, and Barry is right. Oh, saved by the post. What is up, Corey? Thanks, man. Appreciate it. United States move on. And I woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning to live stream a 0-0 game. It was a nervy one, and it was a great time. But we're moving on to the round of 16. Smash that like button if you haven't already. If you're just waking up on the East Coast, welcome in. Welcome in. United States, I think, are going to play, if I'm not mistaken, it should be Sweden if they win Group G. And I also think it's going to be 5 a.m. Eastern Time on Sunday morning. So, I will be doing that live stream. But that does it for me. I got to go back to bed. You all have to go back to bed. I can't believe you woke up for this one either, Madison. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, the like button. Before I go to bed, I got to make my wife some breakfast in bed because she is not happy with me right now. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you. I will see you on Sunday. Have a great rest of your week. Enjoy some of the World Cup, and I will see you soon. Have a good one, guys.